Unearthly, I'm Blue and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing this look with Unearthly Cosmetics products. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. I'm so excited. Unearthly Cosmetics sent over a huge package of beautiful products and I was so excited to do a video with them because I just am already in love. So I'm not going to talk too much, but I'm going to use two of the palettes that they sent today. I'm going to start out with the Dead of the Night palette, which is absolutely beautiful. The color story is just some of my favorite shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Dimness, which is the dark purple, and the Makeup Shack T101 brush, and I'm going to get that, and I'm going to just go ahead and start on the outer corner of my eye and then kind of wing it out. I'm really just trying to pack all that color down, and I've used these palettes a few times since they came in, and I have to say the color payoff is absolutely amazing. I had been wanting to try Unearthly Cosmetics for a hot minute, especially when I saw the beautiful liners, and I was just so thankful and excited whenever they reached out to me. I'll definitely buy some extras of the liners in the future because I feel like I'm going to run out of Jinx like so quick because it's one of my favorite shades. Because I'm going to use the Immortal eyeliners to do a little graphic liner. Felt like that would be a lot of fun, and just look at those shifts. They're so pretty. I hope that I can get outside and get some nice like natural lighting shifts. So with this purple, I'm gonna run it through the crease and I'm gonna pack it onto my lid. And pack it on very gently and just kind of paint the lid. I'm going to run that up through the crease and just kind of go back and forth with it to just diffuse it ever so slightly. Very gently. So I was going to film this the day before yesterday, but my memory card ran out, and then I felt like everything was just kind of like not working out on Sunday or on Monday. So I was like, okay, I gotta go get a memory card because today's Wednesday and I plan on having this up on Sunday. And then yesterday I had to run a fecal sample to the vet's office for Artemis because he's been having some tummy issues, but everything came back good. But it seems like he's got some kind of little sniffly issue, so I've got to hurry and finish this and go pick his antibiotics up. I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T14 brush and the shade Cloud to blend out Dimness. And it's such a beautiful blue shade. And I feel like it really just blends Dimness out gorgeously. I'm just going to, where it's slightly diffused, pat it on, kind of back and forth windshield wiping motions with the lightest amount of pressure. And I do want to say, with blending, you want to use light pressure and you want to hold your brush as far back at the tip of the brush as possible, because the more you hold it downwards like this, it's going to apply more pressure and the blend isn't going to be as easy to achieve. So you want to use light pressure and hold that brush back towards the tail end of it and then go back and forth. I feel like I used to say that a lot and then I forgot. I just stopped. Just back and forth, baby blenderoos. Light pressure. I will go back in and touch up Dimness in just a little bit, which I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to hit pan on it first because I've already got a nice little love dent in it. It's such a pretty shade. And Dead of the Night, I'll use it here in a little bit. Oh, it's so beautiful, and the shift that it has is really nice. So I'm going to switch over to the Resurgence palette, which is in collaboration with Heather Austin. I believe I've watched a video or two of hers a while back. I don't watch a lot of YouTube now, but I want to say like she sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure I watched some of her videos, and I want to say that I have seen her on Instagram, and she's just gorgeous. And this palette is just, did I even open it and show you? I can't remember, but it's just so dreamy. Those shades, I was just like, it's such a pretty palette. So I'm gonna take the yellow, the kind of like yellow green shade, Regeneration, and I'm gonna use the same brush. I just cleaned it off, and I'm gonna blend out the blue with it. Very, very gently. The lightest amount of pressure. I wanted to do a color combination that I don't really ever do. I thought that that would be a lot of fun. So I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. That'll be fun and like different. And I really like how these colors went together. And they blend together so beautifully. Little baby blenderoos. Look at that. A quick and gorgeous blend. I'm going to switch back over to the Dead of the Night palette and touch up Cloud real quick. I just cleaned that brush off, and I'm just going to go in and bring it back a little bit. Then I'll go into Dimness. Back and forth windshield wipe motions with the lightest amount of pressure. You can also do like little spinnies, but if you're going to go one way, so like clockwise, then you need to go counterclockwise. That way there will be a more even blend, and it'll be nice and gradient. I just kind of like going back and forth to blend together. It might take a little more time, but that's just like my habit of it now. And I cleaned that brush off. It is the Makeup Shack T14 brush. I'm going to go back into Dimness and really just blend that into the crease. I'm going to take Life from the Resurgence palette that is it's like a white matte, but it has like pink reflex in it. So I'm going to use that and this Elizabeth Mott blending brush and get that nice and softened up and add a little sparkle. So I'm going to blend it out, and that'll help with that brow bone highlight as well. Because I think I'm going to use some of the low light highlighters they sent over and use the more like yellow pink one, and with the pink reflex in this, I think that would be really gorgeous. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip and sharpen up this blend here. I'm going to take it from the outer corner and take it up. And I just realized I jumped ahead of myself, but that is alright. It's not really going to affect the next step anyway. Look at that, that's nice and crisp, and the blend is like really defined. So now I'm going to take the Dead of the Night palette in this dough color number 14 brush. I'm going to take Dead of the Night, and I'm going to pop that on that outer V, like from the outer V, bring it onto the lid, and just look at how beautiful that shade is. It's like a dark purple, dark blue. It gives me very much like midnight vibes. Like midnight sky. I'm going to kind of take it towards that outer V a little bit more. And just kind of bring it up in the shape of like my eye socket in the crease a little bit. That way we can add sparkles but not have to do any cut creases. And the liner is going to be nice and sparkly. I'm going to take my finger and just pat that on the lid. And look at that swatch. Like, it's so pretty. It's like a deep purple base with blue sparkles in it with a hint of like lavender. It's gorgeous. I'm going to switch over to the Heather Austin palette, the Resurgence palette, and I'm going to go into Transformation. It's so pretty. Me and sparkles though. I love sparkles. I'm going to start out with my finger and just kind of focus that onto the lid and kind of blend it with Dead of the Night. And just look at how beautifully they go together. Clean off that dough color number 14 brush, and I'm going to take that same shade and I'm going to focus that into the crease towards the inner corner of my eye. And get that blended up into the crease. I'm going to go back into the shade Dimness from the Dead of the Night palette with this Makeup Shack T14 brush, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pat it along the edge of that sparkle right there. Make sure that it's nice and blended together. Alright, so I'm going to switch into probably voiceover mode for this because I love doing graphic liner or doodling, but it's really hard for me to talk while I do it. So I'm going to take Tonic, Jinx, and Potion from the Immortal liner sets, and I'm really excited. I'm going to start out with Jinx first, and then I'm going to use Tonic and then Potion and then some more Jinx. So starting out with the Jinx, I'm just going to start from the inner corner of my eye and bring it up through the crease. I'm going to take it and I'm going to do little bitty swipes. I'm trying to be as precise as possible. And I'm going to run that up through the crease, and I'm going to take it about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway. That way I can get it blended nicely with Tonic, and just look at how easily that glides on and how gorgeous it is. The shifts to this are just like next level beautiful. So I'm just running it through the crease, trying to make sure I got it even with the other eye, making sure I'm taking it over. And then I'm going to kind of just make sure I have it as thick as I want. And I'm trying my best not to rush through it. That way I don't mess up. Because with liner, you got to have a little bit of patience. Which it's definitely taught me a little bit of patience by doing graphic liner. So then I'm going to take that same shade. And I'm going to start from where I started. Towards the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to take that and make another line. And kind of make like a V. So with making the V, I'm going to bring it upward and extend it. And then I'm going to take it over towards the center of my brow. So then it'll be kind of like a sideways V. I hope that makes sense. But I'm going to take it and extend it. And when I'm getting to the tail of it, I'm using very, very light pressure so that it is nice and thin. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start to fill that in. So now I'm using the About Face liner brush, and I'm going to take it and extend the tail bit of the liner more towards the inner corner of my eye. So it's a nice and super thin line. It kind of makes it a little sharper as well. I'm just going to kind of extend it towards the bridge of my nose, down towards that inner corner of my eye. Now I'm switching over to Tonic, and where I left off with the Jinx, I'm just going to try to blend them together just a little bit, going back and forth with it. Then I'm going to take the liner, and I'm going to go down the crease, just kind of following the shape of my eye, and then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take it all the way out just about, and then I'm going to flick it. So I'm just kind of going back and forth with it to build up the thickness that I want. And I'm going to take it, and I'm running that through the crease, and just making sure that it's even with the other eye. So now I'm going to take it and start to flick it towards the tail of my brow. And do you already see the shift in it? Like, it's so pretty. Tonic is a gorgeous shade. It's hard to explain, like, what it looks like. It's kind of like pinkish but green. I thought that it went really nicely with Jinx. So now I'm just starting to shape it up. I'm going to take it and try to take it out a little past the tail of my brow, and then go back over it and make sure I got it nice and filled in and nice and blended with Jinx. Now I'm switching over to Potion, and right where I left off with Tonic, I'm going to kind of start to blend those together and extend it outwards a little bit, giving it a nice little flick. And then I'm going to take it and start to try to connect it towards the outer V of my eye, but I'm not going to take it all the way down. Just kind of right now trying to sharpen it up, make sure it's nice and winged out, and then take it onto the lid a little bit from that outer V and connect it upwards with it. So then it's like a wing, but it's not like from the lid. And I'm just going to take that onto the lid a little bit and get it nice and sharpened up. This shade is so beautiful. It's really gorgeous. So I'm just going to sharpen it up, make sure there's a nice sharp end onto the lid, and make it to where it is a nice and gradient blend with Tonic, which I'm going back into now to make sure that they're nice and blended together. I'm taking some more Jinx, and I'm going to start from where, if you're doing a winged liner, you would kind of start with that. And I'm going to take it and extend it upwards, and then connect it with Potion onto the lid and make like a little baby wing. So then we got all kind of sharp liner going on, and we're going to be shifty, sparkly, and it's going to be such a cute look. If you have these liners, please, please, please try a look like this. You will not regret it, especially if you go out into the sunshine. Oh my gosh, looking at them shift in the sun is like next level. They're so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and sharpen this up, take it and connect it with Potion, and we got a nice fun graphic liner. Okay, I'm going to go do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I was not sure if I wanted to do like big bold lashes or if I wanted to do like smaller ones. So I just used the NYX Jumbo Lash and Ego Flare. I was like, okay, that's a little, it's little, but it kind of gives a little something. And I just wanted the liner and these colors to have their moment because I feel like they're gorgeous. The shifts, I don't even know if my camera is picking them up right now, but these liners, they're very easy to work with. They're very pigmented. They last on your eyes all day long, like well into the night. I used them for the first look I did like the day after this package came in, and then this weekend we had an event that we were going to, and I just used some like loose multi-chromes and then used the liner and like did stars. Like if you follow me on Instagram, it's the look that I posted on Tuesday. It's the shooting stars, and I did that look at about noon, and I didn't go to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I tell you that it did not flake, it didn't crease, it was just as dreamy as it was after I had applied it. So these liners, oh yes. And the eyeshadow palette's formula is so nice. It blends very beautifully. The colors very pigmented, and I absolutely love everything that I received, and I'm so very thankful to have received it. So thank you so much to Unearthly Cosmetics for sending me these goodies. I really appreciate it. Y'all's products are amazing. And oh, for the lippy, let me talk about the lippy. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the cute packaging? It's got like glitter and stars, and it reminds me of this, and moons. It reminds me of the snow globes I would get when I was little. And this is from Unearthly Cosmetics. It is the shade Diana, and I paired it with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF3. And I feel like it's Oh, this is definitely one of my favorite shades. But there's like a grungy green shade that they sent me that I'm so excited to use. I have to run to the vet's office right now, and I feel like this is already going to be something that, like, I really don't care how I look when I go out, but I was like, I'll save, I want to do a grungy look, so I'll use that green lipstick then because I'm so excited to use it. The formula of the lipsticks, very comfortable. They last well. It doesn't like dry. It's like a satin. It's a satin liquid lipstick, and it just feels so comfortable, and it lasts well throughout the day. I didn't find myself having to reapply it. Like, it's just comfy. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!